in September last year, and the President of the Republic of Kenya, His Excellency Dr. William Ruto, was sworn in with the promise that the hustlers, the cost of living, the cost of government services is going to be reduced tremendously. Last week, the CS for Interior, equally the CS for Lands, issued gazette notices to the effect that the cost of government services was increased tremendously. A hustler by the name Fred Bikari walked to us and said, "This is not what we voted for the Kenya Kwanza government for." Of particular are 7 issues that he instructed us to raise. 1, the criminalization of marriage. Article 45 of the Constitution provides for the right to have a family. Government now has decided to make it too expensive for people to marry. Where will the hustlers who earn peanuts get the money to get a marriage certificate? Where do the hustlers who cannot be accepted after seduction in Kenya here, they can only be accepted by women from Uganda, Tanzania, Ethiopia? It is double expensive. Mambo ya roho, government now has entered there. Number 2, the question of the ID card moving from 100 shillings to over 2,000 shillings. Every year, Form 4 leavers leave school and they get IDs. So we are talking of more than 2 million Kenyans every year will not afford to have an ID, and in essence, by 2027, more than 10 million voters will not have registered as new voters. So the question of an ID is not about the question of being an ID, it's also the right to vote. It is the only document that one person, every Kenyan uses to vote. Will Kenyans afford this? The third issue is the issue of passports. There are no jobs here. The government has said it has no jobs. Kenyans get passport, go out of the country. They have made the cost of a passport beyond reach of a citizen. We have very many issues within that petition. Mothers who are Kenyans who give birth outside this country, bringing that kid to this country, which below where the kid is a citizen, is going to be very expensive. How will those kids who are Kenyans born outside the Republic of Kenya, is it now that we are saying, let us chase them away from coming into the country? That is a very, very critical issue that the state needs to look at. In sum total, Article 10 of the Constitution demands for public participation. Article 10 of the Constitution demands for transparency. Article 10 of the Constitution demands involvement of the public. Article 1 of the Constitution, which gives Bikari the power, says we the people must be consulted. The government never consulted we the people. So we the people have come to court to seek redress. Under Article 47 of the Constitution, which talks of fair administrative action, the cabinet secretaries have failed the test of a fair administrative action, because that action is completely irrational. That action of extending taxation beyond the reach of the ordinary citizens is a question that Kenyans want to know. We will not relent by sideshows of planting trees. We will demand affordable services by government. A fundamental question that we have raised in that petition is that raising the amount you charge government services is an aspect of taxation. What profit do people who are marrying each other make so that government taxes them? What profit does a mother and a father who have a child, what profit do they make for government to raise the cost of a birth certificate so that they are making any profit? So let government focus on taxation on businesses, but on government services, Huduma services, the Hansard record says Huduma was supposed to be provided for free. Now, if every Huduma service is being put beyond reach, so that we urge to every Kenyan to be alert on the 29th, so that we prosecute this matter on behalf of the Kenyan people who are the greatest patriots of this nation. We will not defend what is undefendable. We will defend what is defendable. This is absolute robbery without violence from the citizens of this country.